On the mound for the Giants is Matt Cain, and he has the challenge of facing Chris Davis of the Orioles. Cain has been on the top of his game over his last 3 starts, and Davis has been on the top of his game the entire season. It's Cain taking on one of the most feared power hitters in the game. Giants-Orioles rubber match coming up next.
It's Hyundai Sunday on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area as Giants baseball is brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. Today is the Giants and Orioles final game of the series from AT&T Park here in San Francisco. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. The Giants played a superb ball game yesterday, a nice, clean game. They'll try to do the same today, and it's a lot easier to do it when you got a guy like Matt Cain on the mound, and he is there today.
Well, he's been throwing great baseball since the All-Star game. He's 2-1, but his ERA is 2.00. Everything is working for him right now. He will give this Giants team a chance to win. The big story in Giants camp really has been the emergence of Brandon Belt, who, since he's made a correction to his grip the first week of August, he is now hitting .463 with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. And that type of contribution offensively is what they've been looking for all year. So hopefully he can keep it going today, and hopefully Matt Cain can get him in the win column.
Yep, he is in the 3rd slot, and the big hit, Hunter Pence, he's in the lineup as well. All right, when we come back, we will have the starting lineups in the first pitch right after this.
Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Go big at a participating Jack in the Box with Jack's really big chicken sandwich combos for only $3.99 plus tax. And by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
Matt Cain leading the Giants out of their dugout as we wrap up this 3-game series. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 60 degrees here at the yard. Humidity is high. Winds at 10 miles per hour. And we're going to have a sunny afternoon sometime soon. Here's the lineup that Matt Cain will be facing. It'll be led off by Nate McLouth and then Manny Machado. Following Machado will be Nick Markakis. Adam Jones has got an 8-game hitting streak. He'll be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, followed by J.J. Hardy, Brian Roberts, and Bud Norris will pitch in bat 9.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the 3-time National League All-Star Matt Cain. Matt Cain making start number 24, 7-7 with a 4.47 ERA, but that doesn't quite tell you the whole story. Since the All-Star break, he has pitched 27 innings and has had an ERA of 2. He has absolutely found his groove back. Low 90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Go get him. He will cut. He will sink the fastball. It's the first time Matt Cain has ever faced the Baltimore Orioles.
So the first pitch on time at 1:05 as McLouth fouls this one out of play. McLouth in the leadoff spot. He led off on Friday night and went 1 for 5. He went 1 for 4 yesterday. The 1-1 pitch is hit out of play again. It's 1-2. He does have 14 at bat history against Matt Cain. He's 3 for 14. Already 2 foul balls and a lively crowd here this afternoon. And the 1-2 is high, 2-2. Giants are 3-3 on this homestand. And the 2-2 pitch. And McLouth on a check swing rolls it foul. The Orioles are 5.5 games back of the Red Sox. They're very much involved in the wild card race. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games. And they've done okay against the National League and interleague action. They're 8-5. And another 2-2 pitch. Here it is. And it's foul back. McLouth making Cain work a little bit here to open up the ball game with Machado and then Markakis, 3 left-handed hitters. This is a good hitting ball club, and in their small ballpark, they're a good power hitting team, but in their park, they're a great power hitting team. Full count now to McLouth.
So McLouth has basically done what he wants to do, and in at bat, he's seen 7 pitches. So he'll have a pretty good scouting report when he gets back to the bench.
Driven into the gap, but Blanco shading in that direction puts it away. So that's how this game gets started.
Let's take a look at that Giants defense behind Matt Cain today, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Kieschnick, Blanco, and Pence, Crawford and Sandoval on the left side, Scudero and Bell on the right side, and Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Manny Machado, the young sensation for these Baltimore Orioles. Curveball for a strike called by Quinn Walcott.
That's the first chance we're going to see Quinn Walcott strike zone. We don't know much about him.
This is hit on the ground to second, where Scudero stays with it. 2 outs. So Machado, with a couple of doubles in this series, is now 2 for 11, and that'll bring up Nick Markakis. Markakis in the series 3 for 9. Had an 0 for 5 on Friday and came back with 3 hits yesterday. He's a good hitter. There's a called strike.
Now they got some thumpers in this lineup. They are an offensive team. They lead the major leagues in home runs. And they're not a bunch of strikeout guys either.
Yeah. Jim Palmer was saying that teams that come into Camden Yards just can't wait. They are actually out-homered at home.
That's hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
led by that man right there, Chris Davis, with 42 bombs, and he hit one yesterday that's still going.
2 balls and 1 strike.
This is where the Orioles rank: 4th in hitting, 3rd in runs per game, 1st in home runs, 1st in fielding percentage, and their earned run average 11th. And that fielding percentage is something we need to talk about, because they may set a record for fewest errors in a season.
Flipped out to left for Kieschnick. And a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Cain. Bud Norris coming out. Giants are coming up. Folks having a good time out in the cold. Here's Bruce Bochy's lineup facing Bud Norris. It'll be Scudero, Crawford, and Belt. And Belt is very hot right now. And during that 6-game hitting streak, 10 for 21. Posey will be the cleanup hitter, followed by Pence, Sandoval, Kieschnick 7th, Blanco 8th, and Matt Cain, of course, 9th.
On the hill today is a Northern California native, Bud Norris. And this is what he has done, combining his year. He started out with Houston. The last 2 starts have been with Baltimore, 8-9 with a 3.78 ERA. Since joining the Orioles, he's 2-0 and really throwing the ball well. And you'll see a power arm. He's got low to mid 90s with the fastball. He will 4-2 seam the fastball. He'll sink and cut it. Curveball, slider, changeup. I mean, he's got the 4 pitches that you would see a starter have, but a lot of times you're going to see this guy go basically with 2 pitches. That's the fastball and the slider. He really has got a lot of confidence in his fastball, and that slider is a devastating strikeout pitch to both righties and lefties. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Bud Norris today for the Orioles. It'll be McLeod, Jones, Markakis. That's your outfield. Hardy and Machado on the left side of the infield, Roberts and Davis on the right side, and Matt Wieters will be in the squad putting down the signs.
And Scudero takes a strike, hitting .302, a couple of home runs. Had a big RBI yesterday to give him 23 on the season. Giants were going nowhere yesterday against Chen, and it was Scudero who knocked in the tying run. Crawford and then Belt, a righty and 2 lefties here in the first. Scudero takes low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Giants only a game over 500 at home. They're 31-30. Scudero, base hit down the right field line. Will he attempt 2? He will not. And that's how the bottom of the first inning gets started. And with Chris Davis playing way off the line at first, hey, you get yourself a nice routine grounder for a base hit.
No, you're right. I mean, they pull him out of what a normal straightaway positioning with first base. If he had been playing the norm, he probably would have had a chance to catch this ball. He wouldn't have had to move a whole lot. So they moved up, they opened up a lane, and Marco Scudero, who has always had a great approach to right field, takes advantage of it.
So here's Crawford. Crawford got in the game yesterday to play the 9th. so he did not get an at bat. He was 1 for 5 on Friday. He's 1 for 7 lifetime against Bud Norris. Scudero with his lead and a quick toss, and Scudero's back. Scudero not likely to steal, although Bruce Bochy could very well put on the hit and run. And she wants a ball, and
well, she's got a good attitude.
Hit into left center field. Jones streaking, and Jones is going to make the running catch. It almost looked like Jones threw his glove out there hoping it would go in it, and it did.
Now this ball slicing away from Jones, who was playing a little bit towards the right center field gap. And there's that extension you're talking about, and they almost had a collision, he and Nate McLeod. But look at the last second, sticks out the backhander and pockets the fly ball. I'm sure that Brandon Crawford was thinking he might have had a chance. Adam Jones says, Nevertheless, a nice at bat from Crawford.
So here's Belt. Belt hitting .272, 13 home runs, 45 RBIs. And he takes very high, 1 ball and no strikes. Norris overall with Houston and Baltimore 8 and 9. With Houston, he was 6 and 9. And Belt takes wide, so it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Brandon Belt has been red hot since he made a change in his grip. He used to be a rapper. He used to not line his knuckles up. You can see the orange stripe on the gloves. He's in a much more conventional grip now, where the knuckles almost line up. That is a dramatic change, and it really has given him a different approach. His bat has got more speed, it's got more power. He's hitting pitches to the inside corner that he had a problem getting to.
And by the way, it's not just a coincidence that those gloves have those markings in there.
They're the grip reminders, and they're there for that reason.
There's a strike to Belt with the overshift now on. All right, yeah, get out of the water, even if it's not the right hand. Looks a little odd.
She is not fazed by the 54-degree water. Not a problem.
Count leverage for Belt, 3 balls and 1 strike. Scudero goes, and it's hit out of play. So a run and hit for Scudero and Belt. You don't put on the hit and run, because a hit and run, you're forced to swing at any pitch. And you don't want that hitter to swing at any pitch when he's got 3 balls. 3-2. Scudero goes, and this is hit into the gap. Can Jones catch this one? He cannot. It bounces up against the wall. Scudero is going to score. Giants on the board 1-0, and Belt does it again.
Well, we're going to make it our forward right choice, and you can do it just about every day. It's exciting when you see a young player start to figure some things out. He goes with the fastball away. It goes up, and he backspins this thing away from Adam Jones, the center fielder. We're going to make it our forward right choice. A double, another RBI, his 7th RBI that he's had since the Giants left Philadelphia. 3 home runs. He had 7 RBIs now. 3 home runs. And a ton of confidence.
And here's Buster Posey, hitting at .303 with 14 home runs, 61 driven in. And the first pitch is a slider for a strike.
Absolutely perfect slider.
Posey 4 for 7 with a double lifetime against Norris. Oh for 6 in the series for Buster Posey. And he skies one to right. It'll be Markakis putting it away. Belt will tag. He'll be at third with Pence coming up.
All right, time now for our Solar Company Electrifying Play of the Week. Yesterday, Hunter Pence did this. Opposite field, 2-run or 2 RBI double, and just a beautiful at bat. They gave the Giants a lead. They would never give it back. And we're going to make it our Solar Company Electrifying Play of the Week.
He's 2 for 6 lifetime against Norris, coming in at 279. And it's no balls and 1 strike.
Right above the hands at 94, so you got him to chase out of the strike zone in. We can do it. Hence, we can. Okay. And
0-2.
He was not looking for a fastball there.
Sandoval to follow. And this is popped out of play. Another fastball. In tight as Norris runs that one right in on the hands of Hunter Pence. It's 1-2. Giants on the board first as they picked up a run. As Pence drives it to right. Markakis is going to play this one off the wall. Belt scores. Pence into second base for the double. And it's 2-0 Giants.
When he's hitting good, you're seeing him use the right side of the field. Second day in a row, he's had an RBI double. And this one got over Markakis' head in right field quickly. A fastball, a belt-high fastball, really a mistake to location from Norris. Ball got out off the wall in a hurry. An easy score for Brandon Belt. Hunter Pence with 43 opposite field hits. See, Joey Votto leads the National League with 52. That's a good list to be on right there.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval going through a rough spell right now. He's hitting .255. He's 2 for 9. That's his history against Bud Norris. 0 for 3 on Friday night. And 0 for 3 yesterday afternoon. And that pitch is way outside. On the homestand, Pablo Sandoval is 1 for 20. Now, he's hit a couple of balls that, especially Carlos Gomez, took some extra bases away from him. But you just don't expect Pablo Sandoval to go 3 for his last 37.
No, no. You do not expect that at all.
Two balls and a strike. Norris with a double look to second, and it's 3-1 with Roger Kishnick on deck.
And it may be with a base open at first base that they're pitching around Pablo Sandoval.
So it's 3-1. We'll see on that pitch if it's true. Out of play. It's 3-2. He did not throw him a fastball. Yeah, happy birthday to the Panda. '27. And the walk, no swing.
Ooh, close. All right, did he go? No.
Not on your birthday.
Yeah. Birthday, you know. Benefit of the doubt goes you. Tie goes to you all day.
All right.
I love that thing.
Is that the bottomless mimosa glass right there?
I think it is. Oh! Stay up. I got money on you.
Where's don't lose the glass. No, the glass was glued in there.
Well,
you know what? If it is a bottomless mimosa, then that slippage is going to happen a lot.
it is. Okay, ready?
That was an intentional fall down. That's my call. Here's Kieschnick. Swing and a miss. No balls in one strike. That was pitch number 26 for Bud Norris. Kieschnick on this homestand 5 for 8. And now he's got a swing. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
Got to protect. What we have seen from him is a very good approach back up the middle. He uses the middle of the field a lot.
Kieschnick asks for time and gets time. Good speed at second and Hunter Pence. 1-2. That was a waste pitch that really didn't do a whole lot for Bud Norris. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants score twice. They leave a pair after one. 2-0 San Francisco. It's also Junior Giants Day. We had the kids on the field. There was a parade. Each Junior Giant greeted a player, including this guy.
Awesome.
thing I like most about the one with Matt Cain is he gave Cain like the thumbs up, like, okay, you're good.
We're tight, you and me. We're bros.
And that little guy wasn't shy. I want to show you the thumbs up again. It was maybe something that an adult does to a child. Jones takes a strike. Here it is. There you go. Yeah. Hey, you're good.
Yeah, that's pretty cute right there. I like it.
The 0-1 pitch to Adam Jones is foul back.
Hey, he's in charge. 9 years old and he's in charge.
Yeah, I think Matt Cain was thinking, you took my thunder. Jones sitting 303. And this is a shot right at Scudero for out number one.
Well, next homestand interleague games are back here at AT&T Park as the Giants will take on the Boston Red Sox August 19th through the 21st. The Monday-Tuesday games are both 7:15 starts, and that Wednesday, August 21st, it's a 12:45 day game. There are tickets still available for all three Red Sox games, and all you have to do is go to sfgiants.com and get them. Get out here.
Here's Chris Davis. Davis hit his 42nd home run yesterday, and it was a big fly.
Yeah, it was a big fly and a half. It went about over halfway up in straightaway center above the Visa sign, and that thing got hit, and it got out there in a hurry. It was high. It was just a bomb. The place was buzzing after they saw him do that. Santiago Casilla. They set away. He kind of had a little cut back to the middle of the field. And as soon as he hit it, Andres Torres out in center took like one step and just watched how far it was going to go. That's definitely a big man's home run.
Well, it was also an indication of where the happy zone is for Chris Davis. 2-2.
Yeah, you're right. Middle in, about mid-thigh high. There's Santiago Casilla. If you're going to give one up, give up a big boy. The one that hits the top of the fence and bounces over, those are the ones that tick you off.
Oh, pretty close to the same location on that pitch.
See, Davis not just a pull guy. He's got 14 home runs to the opposite side of the field, and that leads all of the American of both leagues, major league leader.
Rolls over and hits this one to Scudero. And let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, a couple of updates for fans. Tony Abreu, Giants infielder, begins a rehab assignment with AAA Fresno today. And the Giants bullpen, a little shuffling on some roles there with Vogelsong being back in that starting rotation. Barry Zito becomes the long reliever, and Guillermo Moscoso will be used in middle inning short relief. Gentlemen?
Yeah, he was yesterday, and he got the win. Talking about Moscoso. Here's Matt Wieters, and he takes a ball 1-0.
Yeah, Moscoso was my player of the game yesterday.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's outside 2-0. Wieters at 235. He's got some power. Hunter Pence in right field. And that'll end the inning. Matt Cain, thumbs up, baby. You're going to do good today. I know it. 2-0 Giants.
I love that guy.
by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers.
Giants had 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning as they sent 7 men to the plate. So, of course, if you do the math, that means Blanco, Kane, and Scutero will be your hitters. Blanco hitting .251. He picked up a base hit in 1 at bat yesterday. And that pitch is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Blanco takes a strike. That one right at the knees. So Norris dropping down and picking up a strike.
Back foot slider. Fish aren't biting. You'll see Bud Norris use that a lot for striking out left-handers. It's a very hard, late-breaking, quick little slider. And it's a swing and miss pitch.
Blanco thought that pitch was inside. It's 2-2. Kane to follow. And this is driven to left, but it's right at McLeod, and he reaches up and he makes the catch. And here's Kane. Matt Kane on the season is 3 for 38. That is kind of un-Kane-like. As here he takes a strike. We're used to Matt Kane having a home run or 2 with 6 or 7 RBIs. Always around 150.
Plenty of power.
2-1.
Hey, Pablo, it's my birthday too. Hit one.
There you go. Pablo would love that.
Big Panda fan. How'd you do on your birthday?
And a called strike. It's 2-2.
I mean, you had 10 birthdays in the big leagues.
Yeah, probably not good.
I never lost a game on my birthday.
2-2 pitch. Well, I'm assuming that you were either really, really good or your birthday is in January.
Yeah, my birthday's in January. Never scored a punt.
And Kane is out swinging.
Strikeout number 2.
So here's Scutero. So Scutero, who singled and scored, is up with 2 outs.
Fastball 93 right on the hands. Rare when you see Marco Scutero swing at a first pitch, especially with nobody on base. But he was looking middle in and he was looking fastball, and he got what he was looking for.
Look out.
Gets right back in. Bud Norris is not afraid to come inside, and he'll be aggressive to that side of the plate on both sides.
And that's wrapped into the gap. Scudero on the move. And he's going to make it. Jones made a nice play getting to it.
Well, the bottom line is, be careful when you're going inside to Marco Scudero. You knock him down, you wake him up. He gets right back up, and on the next pitch, he hits a bullet in the gap for a 2-out double. And hitters love this. There's the wake him up pitch. That's better than 10 cups of coffee, folks. And the next pitch, he does this. Whap. And that's a pretty macho at bat right there. And that tells you all you need to know about what a big leaguer's like. You're not ever going to intimidate him on that side of the plate, but you will tick him off.
Crawford had a hit taken away from him by Jones in center field. Here he takes a high ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
I've always loved that about big league hitters. You just cannot scare them in that inside corner. They could care less about getting hit.
Crawford pulls this one foul.
Pretty good pitch to hit in that 1-0 count. And we got some newbies. Twinkies, you think?
Yeah, very well could be.
Yeah, they could be twins.
1-1 to Crawford.
I like the hats on those babies.
Crawford with 37 runs batted in, 38 standing at second, and Marco Scudero. And it's 3-1. So sure that Norris does not want to face one of the hottest guys on the planet.
All right, they're having a bachelorette party. Best wishes to our bride.
And Crawford's going to take the walk. And here's Belt.
You talk about the adjustment that Brandon Belt has made in his grip. And the old grip that he used to have, he would take and he would wrap his hands like this. And really it would be these knuckles that would line up. But what they've done is they've moved his hands so that it's a more conventional grip where these knuckles are lined up. And what it has done, when you're wrapped here, you throw the bat head, it's this way. Now you get your hands right, now the bat head's out this way. So you're talking about almost 90 degrees where that bat head is working for you now, and you have much more driving power to your pull side of the field. Plus, bat speed improves.
Well, it's a much more relaxed grip.
And his swing is flattened out. He's no longer dipping into his swing.
I think the trainer's now coming out.
That's not a good sign.
Can't be an interpreter, although he went to Cal Poly.
Well, if he went to Cal Poly, he probably speaks 3 or 4 languages. He may be the interpreter for the trainer. Bud Norris is not a guy that would have an injury that would take him out of a ball game unless it was substantial. He's pretty tough cookie. And he wants to pitch. And you know how big it is for him to pitch well here in the Bay Area, being from Novato. A lot of friends and family in attendance here today.
So the count is 1-0 to Belt.
A lot of baby Giraffe fans here today.
And a strike.
Some 1-0 paint right there.
One ball and one strike. Posey watching from the on-deck circle, and a swing and a miss, 1-2.
That good hard slider. We'll use that side of the plate a lot to lefties. Crash that slider down and in. I think it is Bud Norris's best pitch.
Shallow center field. McLouth makes the sliding catch. And that'll end the inning. Giants strand a pair. Top of the third coming up. It's 2-0 Giants.
Bay Area is brought to you by Sonoma Raceway. Catch the IndyCar Go Pro Grand Prix of Sonoma August 23rd through the 25th. For tickets, go to racesonoma.com.
Well, for years, StubHub has been the place to find great Giants tickets. You can find great seats for upcoming Giants home games against the Red Sox and the Dodgers. And this season, you can get more with your tickets thanks to StubHub Fan Rewards. Go to StubHub and get your seats today.
Here's J.J. Hardy, who takes a called strike.
Burgers, they're ready.
Hit well to right. Pence drifting back. Pence in front of archway number 3 puts it away. He has played a very nice right field since he's arrived here in San Francisco.
Well, let's take a look at our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer, and you can see the concentration into the glove. The thing nice about having an outfielder that has great speed, a good first step, and soft hands. Well, that's Hunter Pence.
Here's Roberts, who takes high.
Say what makes a good outfielder? Well, those 3 things are pretty important.
We just watched some really bad news. The Arizona Diamondback game, they took Cody Ross off the field on a cart. And we think a lot of that guy.
Yeah, we do. A leg injury for Cody Ross, and then watching the replay, it looked like it may have been a right knee injury. Don't like to see injuries.
No. And when you have a relationship with guys, you just don't like to see it at all.
No.
Roberts hitting at .231. And this is not going to be playable as it drifts out of play. And it ends up in the hands of this little guy, only to be taken from his sister. Not so fast. Sisters are like that.
They're
man.
quick. You got to watch out for them. They are quick.
Popped out to left field for Roger Kieschnick. And Kieschnick will put it away.
Baseballs and French fries. That's when you have to watch out for your sister.
Well, I had to watch out for my sister for a lot more than that, trust me.
Well,
but in the end, they'll probably win the battle for a little while. Kane can't find it. Crawford's going to throw. It's going to be late, and I'm assuming Kane's going to be okay. But it was Bud Norris who hit it.
and that's going to be the first hit of the day. So it breaks up a string of 8 consecutive outs, and this is how the perfect game no-hitter just ended. I know it's the 3rd inning, but still, you don't always see the first hit of a game come off the bat of a pitcher. And Kane looks to be like he's okay. Upsetting because you're so turned over towards first base, you're not square to the plate. Using a square position, he would have been able to play it.
There's a strike to McLeod. And McLeod takes that pitch high. McLeod's lined out to Blanco in left center field to open up the ball game.
And a good changeup. That changeup has been dandy today. Nobody's really had the ability to keep that back leg timed to that pitch. You know you've got a good off-speed pitch when the hitter slides off that back leg and onto his front foot. Watch McLeod go and reach. Once you do that to a hitter, you've done your job. You've taken the sting out of his bat.
High and wide, 2-2.
A wee bit outside.
Here's the 2-2. Got him, and that'll end the inning. First strikeout for Kane. And the Giants, it'll be Posey, Pence, and Sandoval, 2-0. San Francisco.
only people happy to see Ryan Vogelsong return to that starting rotation. His teammates are pretty happy about it too. Friday night, it's our AT&T U-verse Rewind. We look at his start, his first since breaking his pinky back on May 30th. Bruce Bochy very impressed. He gave him 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, induced a couple of double plays. Bruce Bochy said specifically Ryan was hitting his spots against a hard-hitting Orioles club. Nice to see him back and a lot to build on. Gentlemen?
Indeed. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Well, and you feel like you're making contribution to the team again. I mean, that's the one thing that eats away at you when you're on the disabled list. You can't contribute.
So here's Buster Posey, who looks at a strike. A fly ball to right field for Buster Posey in the first inning. Here he wraps it on the ground to third for Machado. 1 out.
Oh, Mom, do I have to wear sunscreen? That may be zinc oxide. That's the big stuff. Oh, Mom.
Every mom out there has been through that. Every kid out there has been through that. It's 1-0 to Hunter Pence, who doubled in a run in the first. And a good breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful, clear. Well, not all clear, but now that the sun is out, it's just a great day here at the yard. Pence fouls this one over by the Giants on deck circle and out of play. Pablo Sandoval waiting for someone that he feels is the perfect youngster to pick up a baseball, and that's who he chose.
Nice going. You hit the lottery.
Pence lines it to right. He's got another hit. And another hit to right field.
Pretty much the same location that Norris got beat by Pence in his last at bat, up and away. Out of the strike zone, right across the letters.
Same spot nearly in his hit yesterday.
The way he's swinging the bat right now, he's got opposite field coverage. I think you get a pitch up there, that's a layup. Just poke it out to right, make it look easy.
Pablo Sandoval drew a walk in the first. And the first pitch is wide. Way off the line at third is Machado. And he hits it right to Machado. And he goes to Hardy, and Hardy goes to Davis. So Sandoval could not have hit into worse luck than that one right there. It'll go 5-6-3 on the double play.
Giants Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's endless summers, waves of cash every day. Visit cachecreek.com for details.
2-0 Giants. We are in the top of the fourth inning. Matt Cain getting set to face Manny Machado here in the top of the fourth for the Orioles. And this just rolled into McCovey Cove. And there's some good attitude in that shack. You think they had fun building that thing?
I don't know how they got in the water. Well, you think they came over here from the Oakland side?
They could have.
Here's Manny Machado. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I have to say, when they're putting that together, they were laughing.
You don't think they got that at IKEA?
No.
Foul back. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know how I know they didn't get it from IKEA? They had instructions that you could understand.
I finally figured out what you have to do. Have a couple glasses of wine, and you end up having like 3 parts that are left over.
Always.
And you just let it go, let it rip. 2-2 pitch coming up. Got him. Here's our Coors Light cold hard fact, something that you didn't know, I'll bet. On July 19th, Buck Showalter won his 250 game as an Oriole manager. Well, when he did that, he became the 4th manager to win 250 games with at least 4 different teams. Joe Torre, Gene Mock, and Dick Williams.
That's pretty good company.
That is good company.
Well, Showalter has done a good job everywhere he's gone.
So here's Markakis. And the first pitch is high to Markakis, who hit a fly ball to left field.
Now that is a great suit. Hand knit. I need to get one of those.
Out of play down the left field line. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's just outside. 2-1.
I'm impressed with Markakis' eye. I mean, he's really got a good idea of the strike zone. I mean, he's kind of like Marco Scudero in that regard. I mean, he knows the zone and he doesn't wander out of the strike zone very often. At least he hasn't in this series.
John Kennedy's going to have to run that one down.
Well played.
John, a Junior Giants volunteer. It's Mike Rodriguez over down the third base line. As that's knocked down by Kane. And Kane will underhand it to Bell. Here's our AT&T trivia question. Tweet your answer to @CSN Giants. Since 1958, name the 2 people to manage both the Giants and the Orioles. Adam Jones lined out to Marco Scudero in the 2nd inning. Only 1 hit for the Orioles, and that was a base hit off the bat of the pitcher, Bud Norris. Jones takes a strike.
Knee-high fastball outside corner. Kane really is utilizing corner command today beautifully.
Jammed, Crawford charging. Crawford has it. Crawford throws, and that'll end the inning. For the Giants, it'll be Keystick to lead things off.
children's book on baseball. It's coming out. You can get it signed, and here's a list of our upcoming signing dates. And also check out Smarty Marty's Got Game on Facebook for more details. Next Sunday at Copperfields in Petaluma at 4 p.m. Wednesday the 28th at San Jose Municipal Stadium at 5 p.m. and Thursday the 29th at Sova Gardens in Sebastopol. And then Sunday the 8th at Green Apple Books in San Francisco at 6:30 p.m. A portion of the proceeds from Smarty Marty will help the Junior Giants program. We've looked it over, and it's really a fantastic book. She did a wonderful job of. The illustrations are great, but for a kid, you learn how to keep score. And if you take the book cover off, there's a score book there, and kids can actually write on it. But it's very cool. So get yours and get it signed by Amy G.
Smarty Marty, a little girl who takes her brother to the ballpark. Her brother thinks baseball is boring. And Smarty Marty says, I'm going to show my little brother that it's not. And it's fun. It's illustrated beautifully, and it's great. And the fact that it's done by Amy G makes it even better for us. And some of Smarty Marty's scorecard tips. You ready?
Yeah, let me have
see
a couple.
if you use them.
All right, let's go.
Is Kieschnick, 1 ball and 1 strike. And he loops this one foul. Use a pencil, because you'll make mistakes.
Yes, I did.
That is a fact.
Yeah, I'm all over that.
Have extra pencils in case you break one in frustration when your team's not doing well. Oh, yeah, we do that all the time.
We can relate. Yeah, that guy right there. He's got it going.
This is hit into center field for Jones. Use symbols that make sense to you. There are no rules for scoring a game. Everyone has their own style, and that's a fact.
That is true.
The only person that has to read your scorecard afterward and figure it out is you. Use resources around the ballpark when you keep score. Your neighbor can help you. Stats on the scoreboard, that helps. So anyway, Smarty Marty, she's got it going. And so does Amy G.
It's a great book. 2 thumbs up.
Plus, we got a signature copy.
Yes, we did.
And my signature is.
But this ballpark really makes it easy for those who are keeping score, because they put it out there on the scoreboard after everybody's at bat. Kieschnick just flew out to center field, so you'll see F8 right there.
That's what that is? I didn't know that.
Come on.
I didn't know they did that. I didn't.
It's fantastic.
I just went under Gregor Blanco, knowing that he's 0 for 1 with a flyout.
So F8, every position has a number. Pitcher's number 1, catcher's number 2, first baseman 3, second baseman 4, 5, 6. The shortstop's number 6, I should say. And then the outfielders are 7, left field, center field 8, right field 9. So a fly ball to your center field will be F8. And it really is fun.
Norris wanted it. It's 2-2. And this one is flipped into center field, a base hit.
Now, right now, we're going to ask and answer our AT&T trivia question. The question today: since 1958, name the 2 people to manage both the Giants and the Orioles. Our survey set with Joe Altobelli and Frank Robinson.
Yep, we knew that.
Yes, we did.
So here's Kane. Kane struck out in the second, and I'm not sure if that was a hit and run or what, but Kane swung and missed. Scudero to follow.
Well, based on that swing, you might see Bruce Bochy put the bunt on.
And it's a hit and run, and Blanco's going to steal it. His 11th of the year.
Take a look at the jump, and it was a pretty big jump. Now, Wieters is a catcher that throws very well, and that really was a throw that was on the money. J.J. Hardy could not hang on. So the Giants now have 2 shots to try and get that runner in. Kane's going to have to do it out of an 0-2 count.
Outside, 1-2.
Flannery rocks at third and house concerts. Yes, he does. Wow. If you've never seen Tim Flannery in person singing, he's absolutely fantastic.
Kane on the ground to second. So Kane retired. Blanco to third. And here's Scudero.
I think Flannery's got like 11 CDs out. He and his band, the Lunatic Fringe. And they'll be here in the Bay Area a lot this winter.
He's got a CD in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, he does. Just one. He put it there.
He said he slid it behind some other artist's album.
Put it in the F file.
Every once in a while, we'll go to a Starbucks and, you know, they have the CDs.
Yeah.
And we'll see one of his.
Yeah, that's right after he's been in there.
He's been in there and he flips a couple in there.
He's the best.
1-0 to Scudero, who's 2 for 2. Out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit right there. A 1-0 slider. Miller's just thinking, I can flip this thing up there. He's not going to be looking for this, and it almost cost him. That did not have a lot of location on it.
In tight, 2 balls and 1 strike. Crawford is on deck. We are in the home half of the 4th inning. Two and 2. All right, give me your assessment of Quinn Wolcott.
Good zone.
You like him?
You bet I do. Low ball umpire. He's got width on both sides of the plate down around the knees. He's been very steady.
Foul down the right field line into the 2nd or 3rd row.
The thing too about Wolcott, I like, even early in the game when he hadn't seen the guys break a ball for the first time, he hung in there. And that's something that you really mark down if you know an umpire is a good breaking ball umpire. And it looks early on that Wolcott is one of those guys. Just missed. Norris thought it was inning over.
Three-two pitch, here it is. And it's out of play, just shy of the upper deck down the right field line. This may have been the fastest homestand of the year.
Well, it always feels like when we get back into San Francisco that the homestand is much faster than the road trip. But this is really flew by.
Scudero pops it up. This should do it. And coming in is Markakis, and that'll end the inning as Blanco is left stranded at third. Through 4, 2-0 Giants.
Is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
It is a 2-0 lead for the Giants. And for Matt Cain, he's allowed one base runner. That's a base hit to Bud Norris. And here it's Chris Davis who will lead things off. Giants with the overshift. And there you see it with Sandoval, the only Giant on the left side.
See his major league rank. I mean, he's having an incredible year. First in home runs, tied for first in RBIs with Cabrera, first in slugging, third in runs, third in doubles, fourth in strikeouts, 140 whiffs this year. Nobody's complaining about it in Baltimore.
Belt grabs the line drive. Kind of a top spin line drive, one out, and that'll bring up Matt Wieters.
Just a very relaxed approach, and a lot of these guys on this Baltimore team throw their hands from a very low position, and this one catches the top of the ball. You can see the top spin that Kipe was talking about.
Wieters takes a strike. And the 0-1, and Wieters hits one into center field. Blanco moves back as he just drifts a little bit, and he puts it away. 2 outs.
You talk about the importance of having a good off-speed pitch and being able to mix speeds and have a command of it. Watch the swing here as Wieters just goes out and reaches, and once you do that to a hitter, there's nothing behind it. You want him to put that ball in play. He reaches and just sort of throws a lazy fly ball to center field, and that's the beauty of an off-speed pitch.
J.J. Hardy takes a strike.
Yep, it may be my favorite boat of the year.
You got a place where you can soak your feet. You see that?
Yep. Soak your feet. Got a place to chill your beverages. Covered from the sun. No sunscreen needed.
You know what? That's all we need is for our kids to see that.
They're pretty
They're
creative.
building one right now, I guarantee it.
This is hysterical. But the question you pose is a good one. How'd you get it in the water?
1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground, Belt. Boy, he's got some wicked spin on it, and Belt puts it away. I think they're going to start renting that thing out. You watch.
It's a new duck boat.
Sportsnet Bay Area, brought to you by eBay Now. Same-day delivery from local stores for just $5 per order.
Well, MLB.TV celebrates 11 years, and you can catch the rest of the 2013 season in HD quality when you're away from the Bay Area and you can't watch the Giants live. You can take your team with you with MLB.TV on more than 350 mobile and connected devices. So visit MLB.TV today. Baseball everywhere.
So Crawford will bat first here in the 5th inning. He's flied out and he's walked. And a breaking ball misses. Belt on deck, and then Posey. And a strike. The Orioles will head to Arizona. We'll have a 3-game series in Arizona, and then they'll head home. Giants will leave tomorrow for Washington, D.C. They just go to Washington, D.C. now every other week.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Crawford bounces this one foul.
All right, our ball dude down there, John Kennedy, picking it clean.
Last time the Giants really didn't play the Nationals, it was the White House visit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Crawford manages to poke at it as he stays alive. They'll face Gio Gonzalez on Tuesday. Steven Strasburg pitches today, or is pitching today. Low and away to Crawford, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers in Tampa Bay, they'll play the nationally televised game tonight. Crawford bounces this one to Davis. That's a fair ball. Here's our Geico quote. Bruce Bochy on Brandon Bell getting more comfortable on hitting in a higher spot in the order. And Bruce Bochy says, well, I think so. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's made his little adjustments and he's been working. He faced a tough left-hander yesterday. and he threw out some good at-bats. You have to like his at-bats right now.
Well, I know one thing. We're liking them. They're at-bats you start to anticipate. And they're fun to watch a young player put it together. And it's happening.
Overshift is on. And there's a swing and a foul back.
Go back to the first inning, and this is how the Giants got on the board. A fastball and a 3-2 count. And he does this. He one-hops the Yahoo sign. An easy score for Marco Scudero.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
That's a good slider right there. That is a Bud Norris special. Hey, it's my birthday. Go Giants. All right, nice going. Happy birthday, Meat.
Along with Pablo Sandoval, his birthday today. Here's the 0-2 to Belt. And Belt checks his swing. It's 1-2.
C.D. Bucknor, third base umpire today, says no swing.
Machado, by the way, we saw it the other night as well, as the infielder playing in shallow right field. 2-2. So Belt trying to reach for Buster Posey. And he pops this one up. And it's a long run for J.J. Hardy. And he is going to make the running catch. And that's a nice play. I mean, remember, there's no third baseman to get that ball.
It was going to be Hardy and Hardy alone. Nobody else was even close to it. And you can see where he starts from. I mean, he had to go a long way. It's like a 50-yard flag pattern. It's time to run in, stay in bounds. 6 points. See the reflection of the sun. There's nothing easy about this play at all. That's just a great play.
Here's Buster Posey as he takes a pitch inside. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So now Buster Posey watches that 2-0 pitch go by. It's 2-1. He's had good numbers lifetime against Norris coming in today. 4 for 7 with a double. And it's 3-1. Hunter Pence is on deck.
Not a lot of waiting around when you have Bud Norris out in the mound. He likes to work quick. Get it and go.
Up the middle, and it's speared by Norris as he flips it underhand, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the 6th. 2-0 Giants. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, well, you wouldn't know it, but we are actually at the Chevron STEM Zone. It's been here all homestand. We are out at the Marina Gates, and this is the communication and technology exhibit. We love TV, and we wanted to show folks the magic of the green screen, which transports you to anywhere you want to go. This is awesome, you guys. The kids can come out here. They can do their best reporter audition. They can learn how to run a teleprompter, a camera. They can learn about video engineers and what they have to do, and then they can sit at the anchor desk and give it their best go. Dwayne and Mike, watch out. We've got a lot of talent out here in the Chevron STEM Zone. It's been a huge hit this whole homestand.
Indeed it has, as Roberts opens up the inning with a triple. He just hit that into no man's land. There wasn't a Giants outfielder within 30 feet of where this landed.
Yeah, they set it on the outside corner with the target, and it comes across the plate middle in, and Roberts says thank you very much. And you can see how perfectly it bisected the outfield between Blanco and Hunter Pence, and with the speed of Roberts, it's an easy three-bagger. So that's how this inning starts out.
So here's Henry Urrutia, the pinch hitter. Giants right now don't care anything about Roberts at third, unless of course Kane gets to a 2-strike count. But right now the infield's back. They'll give up this run for the out. Urrutia, really a big, lanky kid. He's 6'5". He's 200 pounds. He got a base hit off of Romo in the 9th inning to open up the 9th yesterday. And on this breaking ball, it's now 1-2. So now Kane, if he's got something special that he can use to strike out Urrutia, he'll do that.
Well, absolutely. Why not? Giants are giving the run. They're relaxing the middle infielder's back. But if Matt Kane, you get a chance to strike the guy, and he certainly has that opportunity now, sitting on top of Urrutia with a 1-2 count.
Got him. Like that.
High fastball, which has always been a great weapon for Kane. And he sends the rookie packing. You can see the high target wanted from Buster Posey. And Kane delivers. Grab some pie and meat.
Here's Nate McLouth. And that is right at the belt, and it's 0-1. Now Belt and Sandoval are the only ones that are not playing back. Crawford and Scudero are playing in their normal spot.
Yeah, you're probably going to see Roberts going on contact. Any ball on the ground. And here again, Kane on top of McLouth with a quick 0-2. So he'll pitch for the strikeout.
Oh, 2. And there's that high fastball. That's 1-2 strikes.
It also sets up the next pitch. Sort of clean the lower part of the strike zone out of the eye of the hitter by throwing that high pitch. Now you can go back down with a little off speed or something, or down and in with a breaking ball. Or you can try and throw a two-seam front door sinker that just missed, and I mean by about a half a baseball. Great pitch. Wolcott, the plate umpire, thought it was just a little inside. Hard in, sets up soft away.
And a solid base hit to right field for McLeod. And the Orioles are on the board here in the 6th inning.
You can imagine. Bit upsetting. Bruce Bochy still upset about the previous pitch. He thought Kane had McLeod struck out. And if you're watching from the side, Buster Posey's glove never moved, which is what is upsetting Bruce Bochy figuring that if my catcher doesn't move his glove and my pitcher hits it, that's got to be a strike 3. It would have been a pitcher's pitch.
I mean, we've seen that pitch called a strike before. Here's Machado. Kane out of the stretch to Machado.
That's the pitch that he was upset about. Watch the glove of Posey. Bang. Right there. And that's what Bochy sees right here. He sees his catcher not moving that glove. He's thinking that's strike 3.
Machado had a healthy rip, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
The thing you have to like about Machado's swing is how flat it is. A lot of guys, it's easy for them to be flat across the letters, but they're not going to be flat around the knees. But Machado can do that. This is going to be a very special player.
Fouls this one back. It's 0-2.
Hasn't been a problem for Kane to get on top of these Orioles hitters. 1-2, 0-2. He's been that way all day.
Runner goes, and that's a swing and a foul.
Just caught a piece of it. Not a whole lot, just enough to get it above the glove of Posey.
Machado was the 3rd player taken in the 2010 amateur draft. Another foul ball. He's from Miami.
Watch Buster Posey's mask. Catcher will earn his paycheck in a lot of different ways.
And another 0-2 pitch coming up.
Tried to go front door with that breaking ball, just a little bit low. You can see, did not miss by a whole lot. I like the idea. Go back in that side hard. You can elevate above the hands, break a ball in the dirt.
Oh no! He started to call him out, and then he changed it to a safe signal.
Todd Titchener, the first base umpire, making the call, or we should say the non-call. Close. No cigar.
1-2. McLeod goes, swing and a miss. Posey's throw is going to be late. Machado strikes out. So that's the 28th steal for McLeod.
Well, plenty of opportunities to go in there and get some orange and black. It's amazing if you walk into a Giants dugout store what is available now, and it always changes.
So here's Markakis, and he takes down low. Fly ball to left and a comebacker. That's the day for Markakis against Matt Cain. And that pitch is high, so it's 2-0. Tying run at second base. We're in the 6th. Kane does have a base to play with. He is behind 2-0. Adam Jones is on deck. And he backdoored him. It's 2-1.
Well, Sergio Romo, Buster Posey about ready to jump into each other's arms following the final pitch of last year's World Series. I have not seen that.
I haven't either.
Very cool.
2 balls and a strike.
Being very, very careful. He's got Adam Jones, the right-hander, on deck. I would not expect to see just a flat challenge across the middle of the plate here with an open first base.
So he takes advantage of that open base. And here's Jones. Dave Righetti's going to give Kane a breather. He's not going to tell him anything he hadn't heard before. He's just going to give him a breather.
Well, and it does help. I mean, you get a minute or two just to catch your breath when you're throwing a lot of pitches out of the stretch. It's not a hot day, but when you're talking about an at-bat, that really is the biggest at-bat of the game so far. And you want to make sure your guy's ready to go. Give him a little bit of a breather and store up some strength in his shoulder. All right, we're good.
So here's Adam Jones. He's lined out and he's bounced out. Kane, a long look into Buster Posey. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball.
Big curveball, and we haven't seen him throw that pitch very often. They know that Adam Jones is aggressive. I mean, he will absolutely expand his zone when he's got runners in scoring position. And Kane opens him up with that big curveball and very quickly on top of Jones. 0-1. Backs it up, another one. Giants have given the line in left field to Jones. They've got Kieschnick pulled over about 10 steps towards the gap in left center. And that's a pinch defense in the outfield. They're clearly thinking he's going to hit the ball up the middle if he does in the outfield.
A great 0-2 pitch. 1-2.
He did. And he dropped his arm angle down just a little bit and just let that breaking ball fall off the plate. And he knew it was close.
One and two. And the pitch. And Jones got a piece.
So 4 pitches, 4 breaking balls to Jones. Jones a good fastball hitter, but he will chase above the zone and below the zone, especially with men on base. But you have to make a quality pitch. He's a good mistake hitter. This whole Orioles team, pretty much say that about the Orioles up and down that lineup. You make a mistake to location, they hurt you.
McLouth is at second. Markakis at first. Got him. to end the inning. A very anxious Adam Jones strikes out. And Kane walking off with a 2-1 lead.
In the community presented by PG&E, and the Giants recently partnered with Baseball Fantasy Camps for Kids to put on a Challenger Clinic at Barry Bonds Field that teaches kids baseball skills. Andres Torres, Sergio Romo, Bam Bam, and Mark Gardner were all there, and San Jose, San Francisco, Sacramento all represented. Challenger Baseball is a non-competitive division of Little League that helps kids with special needs. Nice job by all. Good times. Great.
Yeah, plus it's a great little park.
It's a great yard. You see right behind the trees, that's the Barry Bonds field we're talking about. 2-1 Giants. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
See, it's 2-1 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Troy Patton, 45th time he's come in. 39 strikeouts against 46 and a third. Patton's got 4 pitches he could throw at you. High 80s fastball with a curveball slider changeup combination.
Sandoval on deck as Pence pops this one up as he was a bit out in front.
Well, on Monday, August 19th, we are holding a One Fun Boston fundraiser here at AT&T Park. Your One Fun Boston special event package will include a ticket to the game versus the Red Sox and a randomly selected past special event giveaway item. A portion of every ticket sold goes directly back to the One Fun Boston to aid in the recovery efforts due to the tragic Boston Marathon bombing. So for tickets, go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Sandoval, who's 0 for 1. Sandoval pops it up. It'll be into the seats, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Sandoval's first at bat right-handed this afternoon. There's a new one. Pretty happy right now. No balls and 1 strike. In tight to Sandoval with Jeff Francoeur on deck. Sandoval lines it into center field. He's got a base hit.
That has got to feel pretty good. See
a little bit of the frustration. He rounded first base like it's about time.
Well, you do lose frustration, or you lose patience, and you become frustrated. I know he was walking up behind you every day, reaching into your pants pockets looking for base hits.
Yeah, I felt like I was walking down Market Street, for crying out loud. Here's Francoeur. Francoeur hitting at 212. And he takes a strike.
So apparently he found a base hit in one of those pockets.
One of those pockets, that's right. Snapped an 0 for 20 for the Panda. So Francoeur hitting for Roger Kieschnick, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. In tight, same spot, 2 balls and 1 strike. The Reds and Padres went 13 innings. And the Reds finally won that game on a Joey Votto sacrifice fly. Out of play. It's hard to imagine that in those small ballparks that a game isn't ended by a home run. Mets are leading the D-backs 5-4. There's a souvenir.
Official Major League Baseball. Allen H. Seelig. That's what it says.
Francoeur pulled one right into where the Giants investors sit. And boy, you really do have to pay attention down in those seats.
Well, you do. And that really is a pretty social section down there.
Well, you never think you're going to get hit by a right-handed hitter.
No.
And Francoeur is gone. And that'll bring up Blanco. It's hard to pull a pitch like Francoeur did.
Gamer Babes from Reading are here. Absolutely. About time you got here. They're waiting for you. Yeah, there's a huge fan.
Oh, I get it. Here's Blanco. Strike to Blanco, and it's 0-1. Kane to follow. Sandoval with his lead, and Blanco rolls it foul. It's now 0-2. Norris went 5. He allowed 2 runs on 6 hits. A couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts. And Blanco's going to strike out to end the inning. 7th inning coming up. It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. local Toyota dealer. It was a Norris Kane start. Kane's still in. Norris is out. He pitched well. Matt Cain has only allowed 3 hits. Roberts has got a booming triple, and Belt, what do you know, 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's got a double. So a lot left in this game. Is Cain with 87 pitches. Will go after Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, and J.J. Hardy.
Romo came from B-Town. That has to be Brawley Town, where Sergio Romo is from. They came all the way to see him.
Davis takes a pitch in tight.
Yeah, there's a good chance they might see Romo in this game today. Jeff Francoeur stays in the game. He's in left field.
Overshift is on. And that's hit well into center field. When the big boys hit it, does it go? It's off the bottom of the wall. Blanco gets to it, and his throw into second base is going to be late. So it stays in the park, but the tying run is now at second base with nobody out.
You just don't get a lot of time if you're an outfielder to get back on him when he hits him. You can see the pitch is out over the plate at the Belt. And the way that Davis left the batter's box, he thought he had it.
Well, it turned out it wasn't close to being out.
Kane takes a look right there. I'm thinking at this point he's thinking it's out. So he gets a reprieve here, a chance to pitch out of it. Meanwhile, the Giants are getting their bullpen going with Sandy Rosario.
I think Kane was reading Davis's body language.
Could have been. Figure a guy hits 42. He knows what they feel like and look like when they come off the bat.
So here's Wieters. He's flied out twice. Once to right, once to center. And that pitch is wide. So Davis with his lead at second.
Take a look at how Davis left the box after he hit it. And now all of a sudden he sees it's in. He's got to kick it in gear. But clearly, well, just a beautiful swing. Built for power. And that's a strong-handed hitter right there. Wow.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
So Rosario with the red alert.
Francoeur moving over. He'll put it away. So Wieters has to be disappointed in that at bat.
Yeah, non-productive at bat. Well, the Pirates are coming to AT&T Park for a 4-game set, August 22nd through the 25th, and that's Saturday, the August 24th game. It's a 6:05 start on Saturday. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Giants fedora presented by Grayton Resort and Casino. And then Sunday, August 25th, at 1:05 start, the first 30,000 fans will receive a Tim Lincecum Gnome presented by Coca-Cola and Lucky. SFGiants.com. Get you there.
Here's J.J. Hardy. Hardy hits a high drive to left. Francoeur back at the wall, and it is gone. And J.J. Hardy, with one swing of the bat, has given the Orioles the lead.
Second home run in the series for Hardy. And we talked about this Oriole team as to how good they are about hitting mistakes. And he just got one and did not miss it. Hardy with that swing of the bat now 21 home runs, and that gives him the lead for Major League shortstops over Tulowitzki and Ian Desmond.
So here's Roberts. Roberts rolls this one to the backstop.
Watch the location of the fastball. It goes up and in, and very similar to a location that he hit on a curveball off Ryan Vogelsong in game 1 for a home run.
So Roberts, who tripled in the 6th, takes one inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. The home run given up by Kane, that's the 18th that he's given up this year. It's 2-1. It's the 2nd time in his career that he's hit a home run off of Matt Kane. The other time, of course, is when Hardy was with the Brewers. And that's a mighty swing and a foul back. It's 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out, 2 in. And this is pulled on the ground, foul. Kane is due to lead off in the 7th, so you would figure that this is his last inning. This next pitch will be 100. And now it's a full count. Francoeur will move back and he'll put it away. And the pitcher, Tony Patton's going to hit. And Patton's going to bunt. And Kane is going to flip it to Belt, and that'll end the inning. Giants now have some work to do. They'll have a pinch hitter to lead things off. It's 3-2 Orioles. Three-2 lead for the Orioles.
Time now for McDonald's True Stories in this Dayton Giants history. We go back to August 11, 2005, and that's when Randy Wynn hit his first home run as a Giant, a 2-run shot in the 7th inning, and that put the Giants ahead 4-3. And he did it against Tim Hudson, and that doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
Randy Wynn, a good Giant.
So the lefty Patton still out on the mound. He'll be facing Brett Pill. Pill will be the pinch hitter. J.J. Hardy was the villain in that inning. So Pill, then the top of the lineup with Scudero and Crawford. So Buck Showalter's coming out. He's having a word.
Now, I'm sure that they were waiting to see if Brett Pill got announced. Plan here is to have Patton go out there to the mound, bring in the right-handed hitting Pill. Once he's announced, then you go back in and bring your right-hander in. And force Bruce Bochy to possibly use another man.
But I don't get why that was even an issue.
I don't either.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back.
By authority of the San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
It's a 3-2 lead for the Orioles, and the Orioles have a new pitcher.
Tommy Hunter going to be the new pitcher for Baltimore. You see what he's done in 45 games. Good solid season, 42 strikeouts in 60 2/3, 2.67 ERA. And he's a big fella, 6'3", 260 in his 4th year, 27 years old. And when you face him, you're going to see a fastball that's mid to high 90s, curveball, slider, changeup. He's got them all.
And Brett Pill sees the breaking ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tap foul. It's 1-2. Marco Scudero watching from the on-deck circle. Tommy Hunter, the Giants, the last time they saw him, well, they saw him Friday night, but prior to that was in the 20 2010 World Series, which was game 4, I believe.
And he was a starter.
And Pill is out swinging. It was the Madison Bumgarner coming out World Series party. And it also, the Giants got on the board quickly off of Hunter. Aubrey Huff hit a home run off of him. Remember, it was just a very high, towering shot down the right field line.
Tommy Hunter had a good year for the Rangers. I mean, he made 22 starts. He's 13-4.
Here's Scudero. Scudero takes a strike at 94, and it's 0-1.
But I do know this. He wasn't throwing 95, 96 miles an hour in 2010. Ever since he's been put in the bullpen, his velocity of the fastball is pumped up.
No balls and 2 strikes. Scudero foul down the right field line.
Well, just don't spill the ice cream. That's all we ask.
Here's the 0-2. 1-2.
Nice little slider. 0-2 pitch. Talk about Scudero. He doesn't strike out a whole lot. He's so compact in his approach. Usually makes contact. John Kennedy might be our fastest ball dude of the year.
Well, he's 40, so that helps.
Usually our ball dudes have 2 hip replacements and a sore knee.
Yeah, and big feet. The 1-2. Scudero making Hunter work. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit out to right field, and Markakis will put this one away. And that'll bring up Brandon Crawford. She's got her hands full of this one.
Well, he's interested. Very curious. Very happy with his seat selection.
Crawford is 0 for 2. And this is popped into shallow left field. And Hardy in front of McLouth, and that'll end the innings. So a nice inning for Hunter as we head to the 8th. It's 3-2 of Baltimore.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
3-2 Baltimore, 8th inning. And Jose Mijares to Nate McLeod.
See the numbers for Jose Mijares. 46th time he's come in. A healthy body of work. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Low 90s fastball, curveball, slider.
One ball and one strike. And that's fouled out of play. Machado and then Markakis, so 3 left-handed hitters for Mijares. You're a left-hander coming out of the bullpen, and the opposition has 3 left-handed hitters coming up, although there's a pitch that just misses.
Big sweeping breaking ball, and that really is the new breaking ball that Javier Lopez showed him, where he swings that curveball, drops his arm angle down a little bit, and really makes it a wide breaking ball.
This is fouled out of play.
Klaus stayed in nicely on that swing. It's amazing how much you learn when you get to the big leagues, and you learn just in playing catch with a teammate. You'll see movement he puts on a ball just playing catch. You say, how do you do that? Well, I hold the ball this way. I do this with my hand upon release. So your education never stops.
This is out of play. I believe I said 3 left-handed hitters. Machado is a right-handed hitter. That would be upon further review. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice play.
And now a full count.
Rosario is done warming up.
So a leadoff walk. And let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, we've had some pretty good guests so far this season on our Amy G's Giants exclusive web series brought to you by Acura. And just in case fans have missed any of them, we've compiled a best of, and it's available now at csnberry.com. Best of Amy G's Giants exclusive. There's some good interviews in there, guys.
The best of. You know you've made it when they have the best of.
Well, yeah, I guess you have.
So here's Machado. McLeod with good speed, 28 steals.
Yeah, it's game on right now. You know he wants to go. It's the problem with Walker McLeod. It's likely to be a double. His 28th steal earlier in the game. Stole it easily.
And a bunt. And it's a good bunt. And Mijares is going to throw it, and it hits the back of the base runner Machado. And why Mijares picked it up, I have no idea. I mean, he has to know that that third baseman's going to be right there.
Well, if Sandoval picks it up, they get him. And this is really a play you would expect that a veteran would not make. I mean, Sandoval is going hard. I don't know how he avoided not taking Mijares out on the play. You can see there's nothing really behind the throw. It's an off-balance throw. If it's the third baseman, he's at least going to have his momentum going towards the play. So that's a huge mistake. It's going to be a base hit for Machado. No, upon further review, they're saying that it is a sacrifice and it's going to be an error on Mijares.
Well, I mean, I get it. As a pitcher, you want to be aggressive. but you also have to know exactly where your defensive players are going to be.
And I don't know how much communication was made from Sandoval to Mijares. I don't know. But I think it was a surprise to Sandoval when Mijares, who had to see him coming to the ball, stayed on the play. So it's a strikeout situation now, plain and simple.
And it's Markakis. And he takes a strike. So a walk and an error. And that's usually a bad combination to start out an inning. You see Adam Jones is on deck. It's not likely Mijares is going to face him. Well, maybe. You got Chris Davis on deck. After that, here's the 0-1. And it's low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. McLeod, who walked, is at third. Machado's at first. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Giants play the infield in.
Outstanding speed at third.
Hit up the middle. Crawford dives. He can't get it. Markakis with a base hit, and it's 4-2. And Bruce Bochy's coming out. So Mijares is going to be sorely disappointed at the outcome of this performance. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Rosario in, and we'll be back. Reaction and analysis. It's all coming up right after the game. It's a 4-2 lead for the Orioles.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be Sandy Rosario. Take a look at his numbers. 31st time he's come in, 2-0 with a 2.59 ERA. And with Rosario, he can sink and cut the fastball. He's got a slider and a changeup. And right now he's pitching for that ground ball that gets 2 outs. Sinkers and sliders, knee-high location. That's what you're looking for.
So here's Jones. Nobody out. A run in. And Jones takes a strike on the outside corner.
Good pitch. Mr. Posey trying to hold that target as long as he can without tipping it to the runner at second. He'll hold steady for a long time at the last instant, go to the side of the plate where he wants that ball, just so that runner at second can't relay it to the hitter.
Rosario stays away. This time a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones is 0 for 3. Two balls and 1 strike. Chris Davis is on deck. Giants right now are in the keep it close mode.
This is not a situation where you have an open base either. You've got to pitch to Adam Jones.
He does, then a swing and a miss, 2-2.
94s went right by him at the knees outside corner. And that's with a 2-seam grip. So Rosario, as we've seen before, I mean, he's got some reach back velocity. We've seen him hit 95.
So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's a fair ball. It hits the bag and it slows it down. Coming in to score is Machado. Markakis heads to third, and it's a double for Adam Jones, and still nobody out.
Now they stayed on the outside corner, and Adam Jones, to his credit, just top handing this ball right down the line, and watch what it does. Hits the bag, and that is a bad break. Still an impressive swing of the bat and a nice 2-strike adjustment there from Jones. Took some swing out, put it in play, used the location.
So with first base open, Davis will take the walk. And that'll bring up Matt Wieters, the Orioles catcher. So 2 runs in here in the 8th inning. So here's Wieters. Wieters is 0 for 3. He's hit 2 balls to left, or make that 1 to left, 1 to center, and 1 to right. And he's 0 for 3. And now the infield is all the way in, and they'll go for the force out at home. Remember, nobody out. This is the 6th hitter in the inning. And there's a solid single to right. And that's going to knock in 1. Stopping at third is Jones. And it's now 6-2. So the Orioles starting to open it up here. Dave Righetti's coming out. Barry Zito's headed down to the bullpen.
Well, and Dave Righetti's just going to try and stall and give Zito a chance to get loose. It is a red alert. Anything that could possibly go wrong in this inning has gone wrong. So Dave Righetti is going to spell it out for Rosario. You got to keep trying to make pitches to get what you need, and what you need right now is a ground ball.
All 3 runs charged to Maharis, all earned. J.J. Hardy hit a 2-run home run in the 7th.
Well, this is a big swing of the bat. It was a 2-1 game at that point. Giants on top, and one of the few mistakes to location that Kane made today, and Hardy made it pay.
Think he likes the high fastball?
He's a high fastball hitter, but look at where he starts his hands. I mean, starts in a low position, and he never really raises them up in his load. So he's ready to defend that area between his letters and the belt, and that's where he can hurt you. He's a very good mistake hitter. But you can say that about a lot of these Orioles.
Hardy's not going to be happy with this. This is right in the middle of the diamond, and Crawford on top of the mound will put it away.
pop up and watch everybody converge, and if you're the pitcher, just get out of the way.
So here's Roberts with the bases still loaded. And the pitch is low and in. The reports now coming out of Arizona is Cody Ross suffered a dislocated right hip. That is bad news.
Wow.
Rosario at the belt. Here's the pitch coming up to Roberts. And Roberts takes low, and it's 2-0. It's not really a sports injury. You just don't really see a whole lot of hip injuries, unless maybe football. On the 2-0 pitch, Roberts lifts it foul down the left field line and out of play.
He had a little greed behind that 2-0 swing, and why not? I mean, your team's winning by 4. You got 1 out. You're looking for something to drive deep enough in the outfield to score that run from third. Saw the numbers with the bases loaded. They're good. He likes it.
Driven to right. Pence will put it away. This will be a sacrifice fly with Jones coming in to score. So it's 7-2.
Nice at bat.
So Roberts with 3 nice at bats today. And Alexi Casilla is going to pinch hit. So this has become a 4-run 8th inning.
And Giants fans not used to seeing Giants bullpen get hit like this late in the game.
First pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Davis at second. Wieters is at first. 2 walks in the inning, 1 intentional. 4 hits in the inning. Look out. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Nate McLouth, who led this inning off, is on deck. He's hurt the Giants today. He's got a single and an RBI, and then he walked to open up this inning, which ended up the beginning of the 4-run 8th. Hit on the ground to Crawford. Crawford will go to Scudero, and that'll finally end it. Giants have work to do. It is now 7-2 Baltimore.
day, and every time you get the kids and the moms and the dads out there for the pregame parade, you get a little bit of mugging. Very energetic group, lots of smiling faces. Over 20,000 junior Giants now in the program, thanks to the donations to the Junior Giants program. There's the Junior Giants out of Reedley. 7-2 Orioles. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. And there's a new pitcher now for Baltimore. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It will be the sidewinder, Darren O'Day. Been a Horace 53rd time that he's come in. But what makes this guy different, because most guys from the side, you don't see a 5-to-1 strikeout walk ratio, which he has, over a strikeout an inning. Basically a two-pitch guy, fastball, slider, but they're nasty.
And it'll be Belt to lead things off. This is another guy the Giants saw in the 2010 World Series. And Belt skies this one into shallow right field. It'll be Markakis. Big league pop-up right there. And here's Buster Posey. Buster Posey is 0 for 3. I believe Buster Posey hit a home run off of O'Day in that World Series. Pence to follow. Swing and a miss.
He was hacking.
He's going for it again.
You didn't mind hitting off the sidewinders.
No.
I don't know how you can hit these guys.
There's a line drive foul. Billy Hayes getting there a little too late.
Well, Taira Uematsu got to have somebody to have his back there. A little one hopper, a direct hit. Look out, Taira. And now Billy Hayes is in position. There he is.
When you're raised by a dad who was a very good fast pitch softball pitcher,
as you were,
you can hit these guys because that's who you faced when you were a kid. And Buster Posey pops this one back and out of play. Plus it helps that I was a left-handed hitter. If O'Day was a left-handed pitcher throwing this stuff, it would be a lot easier for right-handed hitters.
Well, where would you take your batting practice off him? I mean, would you hit softballs?
Yeah, you threw anything that was round is what he was throwing. And Posey pops this one up. Shallow center field. Jones comes in. So 2 pop-ups. If my dad was in the mood to fetch, since there's just the 2 of us, then he'd take a little off and let me hit him. If he wasn't in the mood, nah.
You had none chance.
No chance. Ball's going to bounce right back to him. Here's Pence. Pence is 2 for 3 this afternoon. And Pence had a pitch to hit. He left that one up. And it's no balls and 1 strike.
Well, America's Cup in full splendor this weekend. And there's the Emirates. I think they're calling it a day.
There's a strike to Pence. It's 0-2. One ball and 2 strikes. The Giants led in this game going to the 7th inning. And this is skied out into center field for Jones. So 3 fly balls, and that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the 9th. It's 7-2 Baltimore. Day pregame live will start at 3:30. We'll be on the air at 4, and Giants will play 3 games against the Nationals. The Thursday game will be a 12:30 start back here, and then on to Miami, and all 6 games right here on Comcast Sports Net Bay Area. So check us out. (7-2) Baltimore. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Barry Zito, for the 2nd time coming out of the bullpen. This is what he has done this year, 4-8 with a 5.21 ERA. It is a little unusual when you are so set in the way you warm up to be a starter to all of a sudden have to do it out of the bullpen.
McLouth swinging at the first pitch and fouling it out of play, and a nice catch by a fan in the first row.
Nice going.
She looked like she was going to throw it there for a minute.
For a quick second.
A little worried. High. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yep, that's a baseball. I've been waiting a long time for that.
1 ball and 1 strike. Takes high, 2-1.
He's camera ready.
Manny Machado's on deck. And this is out of play. And he got him. And there's that Zito curveball that he's had his whole life. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap. That's going to happen in just a bit. Michael will also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KMBR 680.
Well, they are leading the league in fun.
Yep, they are.
They get the bye-bye baby canoe. That's a lot of great attitude out there.
In the dirt to Machado.
Yep, they are not going to quit smiling. You can't sit out there in that creation. You have to be in a good attitude.
1 ball and no strikes. Machado's going to flip one into right field for a base hit.
That makes it a 2-hit day for Machado.
Yep, he had a gift hit in the 8th on a bunt. So here's Markakis. Markakis, RBI single. He grounded one up the middle in the 8th inning. Ball gets away from the bullpen. Markakis, very nicely done. He just kind of kicks it with his foot. It bounces up. He grabs it and he flips it to Adam Jones. That might be the play of the day.
Well, I think that's a pretty good one.
Markakis has played a little soccer in his day. Out of play, it's 0-1.
All right, ready?
Here we go.
One more look. Hip.
Well, I know he's played some soccer in his day.
I'm going with.
Because I thought it was an accident. It wasn't. He tried to do that.
I'm going with play of the day.
There's a strike. It's 0-2.
It's amazing how you may be good at something other than baseball when you're in that big league clubhouse. And if you declare that you're really good at something, you'll be surprised that there's usually somebody in that room that's better than you are.
That's a fact. There's a base hit into center field. Nice swing by Markakis.
Yeah, he's got a swing built for average, doesn't he?
Coming in, hitting .283. That's his second hit today. So here's Adam Jones. Jones doubled off of Rosario in the 8th. He hit a ball very hard down the first baseline, and it hit the bag. So Zito now will go after the right-handed hitting Adam Jones. And that's rocketed to left, and it is gone. Adam Jones was sitting on that one, and it's a 3-run home run here in the 9th. It's his 24th. He picks up 3 quick RBIs. He's got 4 in the game. He's got 85 now on the year.
Looked like a little changeup that just sort of dropped right out there over the plate at the knees. And with that swing of the bat, the Orioles have scored 9 runs here in the last 3 innings. Going into the 7th inning, Giants are leading 2-1, and the Orioles have exploded.
If this is a 6-inning game, they win. So here's Davis. Davis doubled in the 7th inning. That opened up the 7th, and then he eventually scored on the J.J. Hardy home run, and that was off of Matt Cain. And Davis fouls this one back, and it's 0-2. And if you think these Oriole hitters are going to back off the pedal, they're not.
They're not. They never will.
And that pitch is a bit high, 1-2.
See Wieters on deck. Bullpen's closed up. I mean, it's Zito's game.
And Davis is gone. So 2 outs. And here's Wieters. You know, in all fairness to Barry Zito, his entire career, with the exception of maybe once or twice in a Giants uniform, does he come out of the bullpen, but his starts, he is almost down to the second he has a routine. And you get thrown out of that routine, some guys just don't handle it very well.
No, it's very difficult to transition.
This is rolled foul.
And we're talking about a guy who's been doing it for a long time as a starter.
A long time. I mean, we watch Barry Zito starts. I mean, he'll come out maybe 15 minutes earlier than most starters and start throwing long, doing various different things. And it's not like he just started doing that. He's done it his entire career. This is fouled out of play. When you come out of the bullpen, it's red alert.
Well, and that itself is a big difference between a starter and a reliever. A reliever has to come in and he has to make something happen. He's got to charge that strike zone. You have to really learn to trust your stuff a lot earlier as a reliever than as a starter. Starter, a lot of times you'll see his worst inning will be that first inning because he's kind of finding out what's working and what isn't. Relief pitcher doesn't have that luxury. They got to charge. But pitching out of the bullpen can definitely help a starter in that regard. You learn to be more efficient the way you get loose. You learn to be more aggressive.
And Wieters stays alive, so it remains at 1-2.
He swung as hard as he threw it.
Day off tomorrow for the Giants, but they'll be on a plane all day. When I was playing, I never counted those as days off.
I didn't either.
It's like I'd rather play than sit on a plane. This is popped up, and it'll be Belt in front of Scudero, and that'll end the inning. So Zito gives up the home run to Jones, and now we will go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 10-2 Orioles. we go to the bottom of the ninth.
New pitcher now for the Orioles will be a familiar face, K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez. These are his numbers, combined years with the Brewers, where he started, and now with the Orioles. Really had it going with Milwaukee. Is yet to find that comfort zone with Baltimore, but 35 strikeouts against 10 walks. You're going to see a fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Well, a reminder to check out AT&T Sportsnet Central today, right after Giants postgame live. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Hosted by Brody Brazil and Aaron Cosarelli. Giants clubhouse reaction. Aldous Smith, year 3, and PGA Championship highlights. We have a new winner for a major in golf. So check it out. All that and more.
All right. The cotton candy will do that every time.
Does it to me.
All right, Mom says, all right, let's go, Junior. Grab some pine. There's a breaking ball high to Pablo Sandoval.
And Sandoval broke his over in his last at bat. Nice clean single up the middle. So this is a big at bat for him. Trying to find his swing. You see a day. I mean, and even the double play he hit into, he hit the ball hard, so he's starting to get better at bats. A walk, a knock, and a hard hit out. When you're climbing out of a slump, that's a pretty good day.
And it's 3-0 to Sandoval. Now there's the little guy that was jumping around. Three and 0 to Sandoval. There's a strike, 3-1.
Take it all the way, which you will do, down 8 runs. But the take sign is gone now.
And Sandoval with a mighty rip, and he fouls it into the club level right below us.
Yeah, you get a rub on the head, a pat on the back, high five, and you become the man of the hour. Tender age of 9.
And Sandoval takes the walk.
So 2 walks and a knock. That's a good day when you've been in a slump.
So Francoeur, who came in as a pinch hitter in the 6th and struck out, will bat for the 2nd time. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Sandoval at first. And Francoeur takes low. So Rodriguez, his velocity a little better than when we saw him in Milwaukee.
He's thrown the ball well. He's really has been a good pickup for these Orioles as they march into September.
Tapped foul. It's 1-2.
Break out the rally caps.
And they're all over the ballpark right now. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Francoeur is outside, 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Blanco's on deck. And Francoeur taps this one foul. And it remains 2-2. We mentioned Giants a day off tomorrow. However, this group does not have a day off tomorrow. They're going to be somewhere having fun.
Well, yeah, they're heading out to Gilligan's Island now.
Maybe they'll end up and show us where they actually got into the water. 2-2 pitch. Francoeur fouls it out of play. I was going to say
Yep, it all started out as a 3-hour tour.
Yep, the weather started getting rough.
And you got a couple of life jackets, spare chair, a couple of hams. Yep.
They're known as the Fearless Crew. 2-2. Got him.
92-mile-an-hour, two-seam fastball, and a good one.
Orioles will play tomorrow night in Arizona. So they got a little bit of a motor going there.
Yeah, they got the radio. They were listening to John and Dave.
It's not going to get you to San Diego overnight, I can assure you of that.
No, might not get you across the bay overnight.
Might get you to Foster City by tomorrow. Here's Blanco. Blanco takes inside. He singled in the fourth. The 1-0 to Blanco, and Blanco looking at a strike. Hector Sanchez has grabbed a bat. He's on deck. Outfield straight away for Blanco. And he shoots this one right at the second baseman, Roberts. So Blanco, no luck. And here's Sanchez.
Well, so this is how they are going to get off.
What, they take it apart?
I don't know. All right. Pumps off.
Now what?
Well, I think the fellas are going to take it over the ramp on 3rd Street. Let her rip.
Here's Hector Sanchez. Sanchez takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Yep. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Giants are looking at a 3-4 homestand. A loss here and their record at home will be an even 500. Swing and a miss, 1-2, and that's the pitch that Rodriguez has always had. One and two. And that's the ball game and the series. So game 3 goes to the Orioles, so they take the series. And with the loss, the Giants are now 4-10 in interleague play. And we said it earlier, Mike, if this is a 6-inning game, the Giants win.
Well, it has to be a disappointment for the Giants. I mean, they were in control of this ball game. Then all of a sudden, the Orioles struck, and they just kept piling it on. 9 runs in the last 3 innings. and they walk out of here with a 10-2 win. It just didn't feel like that.
Baltimore Orioles 10, San Francisco Giants 2. Esurance Giants post-game live with interviews, and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update.